Time to talk about the Atari 5200. That's what I was going to go over today. I was going to go over maybe a few games. You know, I'll go over the system here. Let's see what we got. First off, let me... It's a weird system. And it hooks up a weird way. Look at this beast. That's the Atari 5200. My supervisor at work gave me this years ago, but he didn't have a good working controller. I had to buy one on eBay. I spent like 45 bucks on it. Refurbished. It still isn't great. Atari 5200 controllers are not exceptional or anything. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it does work. What is in here? There's a little switch in here. I'm not sure. It's like right here. I'm not sure what that does because this is the hookup for it. I had to buy this too. I think I spent like 30 bucks on that. He didn't have that. Without that, you can't even hook this thing up to the TV. See, it's got a switch on here too. I'll put it up close so you can see it. The power goes into that. Here, wait a second. Goes into here. Then the cable goes into that. This says game here. It must be so you can hook more stuff off of it if you have like a Nintendo or whatever. But that's it. This will just go on the back of the TV. It's weird. And it's almost like a fire hazard because I plugged this thing in before and it's thrown a spark. And I've seen other YouTubers do the same thing and it's frightening. I won't even leave this thing plugged in unattended. I'm just unplug it from the power strip or the wall or whatever you're doing every time. But there's that. And here, that's the power. This thing hums. This thing hums a lot when it's plugged in, so that worries me too. There's the end that goes into that little cable box I was just talking about, and then you got the power cord there for the 110 outlet. Well, we'll get it hooked up here in a second after I go over everything. There's the controller. It's restored. Red buttons on each side, and I just plugged this thing in recently and I had to do a little waking up on those. They weren't responding. I tried Joust and they would not respond. But anyway, there's a number pad. I've never seen any use for it. There's overlays you can get for them, and I think I have some someplace, but I think it was for Star Raiders or something, but it's the controller, the end of it. Let's look at the system a little more. So it's this one wire that goes into that. Man, that's a long wire too. Yeah, that goes into that box. That goes in. You know what? I didn't think about it. That one that says game. Yeah, that goes into the one here up at the top corner there. It says game on it. Then I'll plug into there, then I'll plug the power into here, and then the cable into here. So that's how it'll hook up. This thing is weird. For some reason, here you got the power switch here, but for some reason there's this big like storage compartment. I mean, I don't know what you put in it, but maybe it holds that controller. Where is that? Let's see. I never had one of these way back when. Yeah, I guess it does. Look at that. That might be what it's for, to hold at least the controller. I don't know how I'd close it with the wire there, but let's see if I can close it. Probably if you curl it up just right. I mean, that's not bad. You put the controller away in there. I bet you anything that's what it's for. That's all I can think it's for. And this has 4 controller ports on it. I mean, I thought when the Nintendo 64 came out, that was the first one that ever had 4 controller ports, but this one's got them. I'll never use them. I only have 1 controller, so... anyway, here, I'm going to hook this up and get it ready to play here in a minute. Well, let's just go over the games real quick. I have got Galaxian. It's what he gave me with it. It's all I ever had. I never shopped around to buy anything. Quicks, which I can't figure that came out, but a lot of people like that one. Dig Dug. Centipede. It's got the, you know, the common Atari games. Of course, PacMan. There you go. Baseball, which I'm not much into sports games. Only sports games I ever liked was any kind of golf or fishing games. I'm weird with sports games. Star Raiders, which I don't think I even know how to play. Never did much with that one. And of course, Joust. I love Joust. It's a lot of fun. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this hooked up, and I'll start playing so you can see some of the games. I probably won't play them all. Let's see. We'll try Joust. We'll try that. I'll go over certain ones. Let me pick out here. Of course, we'll have to do PacMan. I will pop in Star Raiders to see what I can do with it, just for a challenge. And I'll pop in Galaxian. I think that'd be another one to look at. All the rest, Quicks, Dig Dug, that would have been a good one to go over. Baseball, Centipede. Centipede's another good one. But I just kind of want to show the system. So we'll just do half the games, 4 of them. Maybe I can do another review someday and show the rest or something. But I'm just more going over the console and what I think about it. I don't think it was a bad idea. It was just after the fact, I think, when it came out. It was just too late. They were wanting to bring the arcade at home, and this thing actually kind of does it for back in the early 80s. It actually does work for that. It's not a bad system. It's just too much. It's huge. It's bulky. The controllers weren't that good. It probably wasn't tested to the T on everything. So I don't know. I don't know how they did it back then. The only Atari I ever had was the 2600, and we had the old Woody looking one, wooden one there, and I would like to get that version. I've got a silver 2600, a Model 2, which I can't even get it hooked up anymore. It's just, I think I lost whatever wire. I'd have to figure it out, but I'm not that worried about it. I just bought Flashback Collection for Nintendo Switch, and I just play the games on that. It's just, I'm really nostalgic. I'd rather play the old console, but when it comes to these Atari systems, they're just weird and a pain to hook up and get them fine-tuned just right. So here, I'll go ahead and get this thing hooked up, and then I'll start playing and see some of the games. There you go, the old snowy screen you got to get first before you turn anything on. So go ahead and pop in. Here, let's see, I didn't grab PacMan. Yeah. There's a start button on it. You don't have to use the red buttons in this one, just the analog stick. It's really a good version of PacMan. I died. I'm not very good at PacMan. It might take me a minute to warm up anyway. Usually PacMan, if I haven't played it in a minute, games like this, takes me a little bit to get going. And I'm just all over the place. I wish I knew the exact pattern here. God, I'd like to eat some of the ghosts. It looks like, sort of like the arcade. It might be like a notch down by looking at it, but it's not that far off. And really, I think I kind of like it better than the exact arcade version. Man, I just couldn't get that one dot, could I? Okay, let's... There you go. Stage 2. I'm not even points aren't that great. I didn't need enough ghosts. And I hooked this thing up, and I saw a spark that I had it plugged into the wall. I should not plug that into the wall before I plug that other end of that power adapter into that box. And it sparked. I mean, it's scary the way that thing acts when you hook this thing up. I'm doing this for two good friends of mine. One of them suggested to me, but they both live out in the United Kingdom. I hope to meet them someday. They're really nice guys. We talk about video games a lot, and they like interacting with me. I really hope to meet them someday. I hope I can get out to the UK there, get out to England, and see them, have some fun. It's hard to find good friends these days. Mine live on the other end of the world, see that? But we interact a lot, so I feel like I've known them forever. Okay, let's PacMan. I think we should do a different game. I think I just started it over. I think I reset it. I think when you hit start, that's what it does. So here, I'll put a different one in. So I'll do Galaxian now. See how this goes. Okay, I can't seem to shoot. That's what I'm saying about these red buttons. There we go. It's like, man, this is hard. This controller sucks. Challenge is definitely there. I can hold it down. Maybe that'll help. They don't always allow you to do that. Unless if it fired like hell, you know, and shot them all up real quick. I mean, really, the graphics are very good here. For the system, they had the right idea. I really think they did. It just came out a little too late with the whole video game crash of 1982. That didn't help either. Whoa. Come on. You're out of here. Got him. Ah, I got blown up. Okay. So that's Galaxian. Let's try another one. Okay, let's see what the Star Raiders deal is about. Okay. Actually, it seems pretty cool. I think this game is on that Atari Flashback collection because I was trying it there. Actually, that seemed pretty responsive on this. Was that a bowling ball? Or what exactly is the point here? Okay, I blew that up. Do these buttons do anything? No. I don't know. I might have to get into this one a little bit. I swear to you, those look like bowling balls, but I think they're just asteroids. Man, it's a big deal when you hit one. Ouch! Man, these old seizure games. Flashing screens. What does it want? Destroyed? I guess I gotta start over. Novice mission. Come on. Ouch! Alright, so that's Star Raiders. I mean, just says destroyed. Rank is garbage. What? Garbage what? Units. Destroyed. Garbage. I don't know what this is talking about. We'll try once more. Good sound effect. There isn't much to kill. Man, when there is, it gets you, doesn't it? Alright, we'll call it good on this one. Let's check out Joust now. Okay, Joust. I love Joust. Okay, I got that button working pretty good right now. Man, it's just so awkward of a controller. Got him. Ah! Stupid. Arr! I can hold it, but it doesn't. There we go. Let's get out of this level. Survival wave. Game is a lot easier to play on like something else. I have the Midway collection still for the PlayStation. That's where I first played this. Back in the day on the PlayStation when it was released. In the Midway Arcade collection. Or, it wasn't Midway, it was Arcade's Greatest Hits, Williams. There was Arcade's Greatest Hits 2, it was then they called it Midway. I don't know who bought what, but... Arg. These eggs before they come back. Really, the picture isn't bad being, considering it's on a CRT, just hooked into the regular cable coaxial on the back of the TV. I don't think it's that bad. Maybe I could have a different controller made for this. Have an AV mod put on our HDMI mod. There we go. I better get my butt up here. Ah! That put me up there faster, but I'm on my last life, right? We got one more after this, one or the other. Man, I cannot, for the life of me. Alright. I think that about, well, here, wait a minute. I still got another life. I thought I was done. Finish this game. And we'll kind of wrap this up. There, I got that egg. Oh, maybe I got through another level if I don't. Hard to control. There we go. Wave 4. Man. Time to be mystical. Where am I at? I think I was trying to hide from everything or something. Okay, I'd like to have that. There we go. And that helped. Killed himself. Why don't you do that too? Just go ahead and die too. Last one, and that happened. Okay, so that's it for going over the games, I'd say. So I think that covers that. This is the basis of the system. This is what it did. Arcade style games, which it's very good, I think. I think it's very good. I mean, they did a lot. It was a big step up from the 2600. They had the 5200, then there was the 7800, which was the equivalent technically in the NES. It was 8-bit. But the games weren't exactly the same. I don't think they were really utilizing, you want to call it a bit. I don't know what that means anymore, but the 8-bit technology, the NES, it was utilizing what the NES was doing. So, anyway, that covers the games. Okay, so that was the 4 games we went over. Was it Galaxian, PacMan, Star Raiders, which was kind of strange, but not bad. PacMan, Star Raiders, Galaxian, and Joust. Yeah, it was those 4 there. So, my opinion is it's a good system. It was a good system back then. If you have one or whatever, you know, hang on to it if you want. You know, I don't recommend necessarily getting rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of mine. I'll just hang on to it and fiddle with it here and there. I mean, other than this controller, I think you could do something different maybe. It's maybe mod an SNES controller to plug into it or something. It might be a little easier to play the games. But anyway, drop me a comment about it so we can kind of talk about it a little bit. Tell me what you think of it. I mean, I say it was just a hair of a notch down from the arcade version of those games. I think it was pretty close, and it got it on a home console, and not bad, my opinion, you know. But what else there to say about it? Nothing really, just this controller. I mean, this analog stick and hitting that, it's I'm like, ugh. Like I was trying to figure out how to set my hand where I was comfortable. You had a pause on here and a reset button on there. That's how you reset the system. If you look at it real close, you can see it all start, pause, reset. I mean, it's an interesting controller, but there's really nothing left to say about the Atari 5200. It is what it was, you know, and I have one. I would have never bought it if it hadn't been given to me. I wouldn't have been able to do this review on it, so I got a chance to do this, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and, you know, I'll see you the next time on the next round, whatever might be next. I don't know yet, but thanks for watching.